Yep, here we are finally. Hello, everyone. This is Partiush from Bayern India, and I have Supro with me. He's also been part of Bayern India from like more than 10 years, I believe. We have been thinking of starting this initiative from quite some time, but we were not getting proper time, and we are not trying to get ourselves out from our daily jobs, and to start this channel which we have been thinking from so long. Uh, Hi Supro, welcome, bro.
Hi, Pratyush. Yeah, so thank you for having me in. And like, obviously, we have been planning for this for quite some time, and it's good to feel that finally, like, we are able to probably cut out all other things and get started with this. So, looking forward to more of this.
Yes. So let's get let's set the agenda straight. So in this channel, we are gonna try to cover German national team, which we have been following like from like around more than 2 decades, and then we'll be covering our favorite league, that is Bundesliga, and then thirdly, we'll be covering the club which we all love, FC Bayern Munich.
Absolutely.
So, so that would be our main focus point. But yeah, apart from that, we'll try to cover whatever goes in footballing world, and given how can we collaborate with other peoples in Indian content society, and we'll see what we come up with.
Absolutely.
So, so bro, let's have your introduction first. So please
Uh,
tell us about you, how you became a Bayern fan, a Bundesliga fan, and a German fan.
Okay, so I became first. It was for me Germany because my one of my uncles used to like follow the German national team, and whenever during holidays I used to go to their place. Like I used to watch matches with him, and from there, that's the era of Miroslav Klose and Lukas Podolski and Michael Ballack and all. So during I was kid back then, so from there the interest grew slowly into football overall, and then I think probably the icing of the cake was 2010 World Cup and Thomas Muller and Manuel Neuer, obviously two standout performers for the German national team that eventually got me hooked into. They're playing for the same club, so there starts my love story with Bayern Munich, and it's continuing quite steadily and consistently.
Nice, nice. So yep. So I'll come to myself. So I think my first ever football game which I watched was back in 2002, I believe, Germany versus Brazil final. So I was also watching that with my family, with my uncles, and my dad was also there, I believe. So everyone were like, yeah, Brazil are hot favorites. That kind of a dream team of Brazil back in 2002. I somehow felt let's back the underdogs, although they lost to Brazil that time. But that got me even stronger. No, I'll start backing Germany now. We'll see what happens. And then came the 2006 World Cup, which was hosted in Germany itself. And then I still remember, I was, I think, a grade 8 student back then, I believe. So I have the memory of Philip Lahm scoring that volley against Costa Rica in 2006, the opening game. So that really got me thrilled. Okay, yeah, who is this guy? I didn't even know, ABC of club football back then. But then slowly internet was growing in India. There were cafes coming up, so we used to go to cafe and search who is this guy, what is. Then I came up, against that, that we have clubs, club football. There is this club called Bayern Munich. I think Philipp Lahm was completing his loan from Stuttgart that time. He was coming back to Bayern, something like
Right.
that in
Yeah.
on those lines. And then I saw then Oliver Kahn was also there in on the hinges, not like playing, but on the hinges he was there. And then I think Bayern Munich came to Kolkata, right, Supro, around
Yes.
2008.
Yes.
So we were following that. So by that time, I got a gist like this is a club football. This is what happens, and then I started following them over the news. Didn't have I think Bundesliga was not telecasted back then. So
The earliest telecast that I remembered is New
new
Sports.
sports, yeah. So that's when I think that even I remember that. So before that, used to follow, uh, news and all that stuff. So via news only I used to because belonging to a small tier city, right? So
Right.
we did not have a lot of options to explore about the club football. But I kept, whenever the news cutting came, I used to read like, oh, so this happened in Bayern Munich, this happened in Bayern Munich. Then the whole covering was there that Oli Khan and everyone is coming to India. So that really got me even more hooked. And then the telecast started in India, proper telecast from Neo Sports. Uh, then 2010 World Cup came, the likes of Muller, the Schweinsteiger that is kind of leading the stack, Philipp Lahm. Yeah, so that's how it started with Germany, Bayern, and Bundesliga. So it's been going since 2006, so on, and we are here now in 2026 January. Yeah,
That's a good story.
yeah. So yep. So we'll keep it light for our first, recording. We won't keep it too lengthy because we can just go on speak on like on and on about Bayern Munich and the German anti, but we'll try to
Absolutely.
bifurcate our topics. So today we are gonna just touch upon like the season, how it has gone till now, the Club World Cup after the 3 weeks of break, and then Bundesliga and Champions League. So let's start there. So, Supro, how do you think our season has gone till now? Uh, Even after we had some horrific injuries in Club World Cup of Jamal Musiala. So, how do you think we are fared out till now?
Uh, I think we have fared out quite well, honestly. I mean, it's better than what I expected,
Hmm.
and mostly like the integration of Leonard Carl has been a big breather to Vincent Company and his team because I think without Leonard, we would be struggling a lot. Like he has been not only decisive, but like he's been also put in right in the middle of the challenge. He's been thrown into it and he has accepted that and he has come out like shining out like 9 out of 10 times. And I mean, that kid has actually, turned a lot of fortunes, and it has also helped in like, I mean, we are very limited in attack. I mean, beyond Diaz, Kane, and Olise, we were not expecting anything. Like Serge Gnabry, I believe, has been good in his moments, but that has mostly come up in the secondary striker or like number 10 role. Like whenever he's been on the wings, has been pretty disappointing. And I mean, Nicholas Jackson, he's I mean scored a few, but then that's mostly whenever the game is done and dusted, he's coming up and like knocking in a couple of goals. So nothing decisive as such. And the I mean like I have I mean there has been decent amount of rotation also done from company. Like the only complaint probably is as it
Yeah,
is
I mean, let's be
Leon
honest.
Goretzka getting
We
minutes regularly. But beyond that, I mean I think Tom Bischoff should have been tried out in the midfield more often. That is my only complaint that I have right now, because if the club eventually is deciding against signing, not offering Goretzka a new contract, then Bischoff is one of the successors in the midfield. And then if that is so, he should already be given minutes to integrate either with Pavlovic or Kimmich. I mean, to see out which pair is working better, and to have different combinations and stuff like that working out.
Yep, I kind of agree on most of the points. So yeah, let's be honest, we were a bit critical of Company in the first season.
Absolutely.
So the way he was continuously giving chances to the players who were about to leave or on the verge of leaving, like he tried his best to keep Leroy Sané as well for whatever reasons. But thankfully, the board didn't give him a new contract, and we were able to offload Leroy Sané. Uh,
Okay.
but but yeah, this season the surprise package, not surprise package. So who the people who follow Bayern campus and the UIL, we knew about Leonard Card. He was the next player from our academy. So it was well known to people who have been covering or reading about Bayern very frequently. But yeah, the way that kid has just come in and he has scored. He didn't even, started with scoring some tap ins or what. He started with bangers after bangers. Then he started scoring tap in goals.
Yeah.
So it's been a different kind of learning learning curve, or I should say, a journey for him. So which has been absolutely brilliant to watch. So the way he has pitched in whenever we needed him, it has been great. So even at the start of the season, Vincent Company preferred Gnabry in that number 10 role. But then in one game, I think Leonard Carr, I think one of the easy game in Champions League, Leonard
Yes.
Carr was given the start. And in that game, he scored a banger. And from there on, he started to have those chances. And then, when a kid is starting in a away game versus at least this Arsenal, I should say, it speaks volume about the player, what he's about to become. So apart from that, yeah, we have those midfield complaints, but let's touch upon Jonathan Tah as well. So we were not expecting him to be that rock solid. He already had his mistakes in him, but he has done fairly well. That too into centre back system. We always thought he is better in a three at a back system, but in four at a back system, he has done pretty decent job. I must say.
Yes, absolutely. We have to put him amongst the top performers of the team in the first half. Ta has been very crucial. I think he's hardly put a foot wrong so far, and settled in very well. And based on the reports that we gave, he's also pretty vocal. So I mean, that's good to have leadership qualities anywhere across the team. And probably, yeah. I mean, not expected, but good for us that is faring out well so far.
Yeah, that's what. And the other, so apart from that, I think if we have to pick a pivotal game from the Vincent Company's coaching till now, year and a half, I think the PSG game is something, which really gave me some good hopes that, yeah, he is bit flexible, not my way or highway guy. So when we were a one man down in Luis Diaz at 45th minute, just at the stroke of halftime, right? Diaz got the red card.
Yes, yes.
So the way he shifted back to a mid block and way we did the defensive actions in that game. So that is something when we go further into knockouts, that is what we are gonna need even more. So what do you think about that?
Yeah, absolutely. The PSG game is very pivotal in terms of confidence of the team. Also, first in the first half, I think we pressed like anything. That is one of the best pressing halves that I've seen from any team, not just Bayern in the past few years. It was kind of reminiscent of that Atletico match away under Pep Guardiola in his final season in the first half. When we just kept creating chances after chances, but we were not scoring. But fortunately, we did score this time. And Luis Diaz, out of all people, he loves to miss the easy chances, but he scores the difficult ones. So,
Yeah,
yeah. Uh, I mean, it's a Pandora's box, so you never know what uh, what you're going to expect from him. And the way we defended as a unit, like we did not give any space. Like every tackle, every like even if the ball was going out for a corner, like it was getting celebrated. Like okay, it's a point one, so I think that was good display of team spirit and unity, which is very beneficial in the long run as far as the season is concerned. And I think, I mean, just have to like, I mean, you have to credit also like likes of Harry Kane also. Like there is no shortage of words which can
Yeah,
do
he
justice to
he
him. Absolutely, like I mean, if he has to defend, like he will come down and put his body on the line, no questions asked, and that is like so good to watch. And like I mean, I never expected honestly like he would turn out like this for us in this manner, and I'm just very happy that he has done so.
yeah. So now going to Hurricane, he has been. So everyone knows what a beast he is in front of the goal. So we know that his creativity is also there. But the people who have been following him from last 2 years or so would have seen, like, if we have fun in our WhatsApp groups that he is the defensive best defensive midfielder of our team.
That's, that is not a debate.
So the way he comes back, the way his defensive positional awareness is something, you have to give him all the credits. He is so good in that zone. And then he's the most press resistant player in our team. So the way he breaks the press and distributes a ball on the wings to Luis Diaz or Michael Olise, that is something, which has been phenomenal, and it has been helping us in breaking the press, which we like struggle like every time we play against a big team. So and then he has been assisting, scoring. He has been doing whatnot. You name a thing, Harry Kane has been doing that. You want a player. I really, on a lighter note, he can even wear the goalkeeper gloves someday. The way he has, the way he has been going on. So
Absolutely.
he has been brilliant. And Luis Diaz. So I was very skeptical about him as well, to be honest. But he has turned out good. But the best part about him, which we already know, his work ethics. So the way he runs up and down, it was pretty evident that is gonna be a key. The only issue still, I would say, him missing those one-on-one easy chances, which I think he has to start scoring now, because we are entering that UCL knockout phase where all those chances are gonna matter. And we Bayern fan knows that, where we when those chances come to haunt us, we like
Yeah,
it has
absolutely.
it has been a love story for us now. The love story which we don't want, missing easy
Right.
chances and then those coming back to haunt us.
Absolutely.
That has been a big issue for us. So hopefully we do manage that. Uh, all in all, I think it has been a very decent run, apart from that Arsenal game, where
I think Arsenal game we were also like, I mean, firstly we considered in set pieces which did not make any sense again. And on top of it, like I think again, we had not the best balanced team out there, so we did not like Luis Diaz would have been. In fact, Luis, if both Luis Diaz and Alfonso Davis would have been present, like I think would have fared a lot better. But I mean, we didn't have players who could like just beat out the press and kind of suffocated to an extent. And
yep, yep. In the second half, when they started to press us, so that is where we kind of lost. It just ended 3-1. It could have been a lot worse than that.
yeah, yeah, absolutely.
They missed quite a few chances as well. So thankfully, the scoreline was not that haunting. But yeah, it was still. But yeah, I mean, credit to the Arsenal team. They were a better team that game. So no debates on that.
Yes.
So they did well, and they troubled us like the every time they got a set piece, it was like, oh shit, they are scoring. They are
That's
scoring.
very absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. So yep. So now let's talk about Manuel Neuer. So he has been doing fairly good again. He has been doing well, but then those muscle injuries are coming back here and there. So those are not going away. So what do you think? Like, should Urbik have would have got more bit of more games, or like, what are your views on that?
Yeah, I think Jonas Orbeck should be getting more minutes, primarily because, like, I think this is the age where he's in the developing stage. I mean, goalkeepers' development phase like go long, like they peak late, but still, like being a young goalkeeper, being on the bench so often enough, I don't think so. It's helpful, but like it's good to see him whenever he's on the pitch. He's very confident. Like I think like the long balls and passes that he pings every time, they are very accurate, and he's also confident whenever in inside the box, like whenever he's having to approach balls and stuff. But then I think his decision making can be better, and that will only come through match practice. Eventually, like there'll be a time when we have to do away from Manuel Neuer, and probably Jonas Ulbeck is going to be the likely successor. And I think, I mean, we should not be waiting for that moment to come to like eventually start integrating him as a like full-time starter. I think that should already be in progress. Like I mean, at least I believe like 30 to 35% of games entire season he should at least be on the pitch. Like it's good for him and the club long term.
Yeah, so and so there have been talks that by the spring, Noah's decision will be there. So like, yeah, we respect him. He is the goalkeeper, but I think tough calls might have to be taken now. So either, I
Yes,
mean,
I think so. At this time, we make a call, and I mean, because it's not going to get any better with age after all. Like we all know, like he's reliable and all, but then he's had his moments which have costed us. Even though he has defended well for 90 odd minutes, but then still has that occasional blip, and I
that
think we
cost
have
us.
seen quite a few blips in the recent months, despite excellent performances otherwise. And I mean, uh, we should be
Preparing
looking at
for that.
Jonas Ulbeck as a number one keeper from next season.
Yeah.
And
Yep. So I think like what the rumors we have been reading, right? So they are saying that by spring or something, they will sit down. So even if I think Noah extends by a season or so, even then I think now is the time it should be clear that half games Noah or half
yes,
game
yes,
or big,
absolutely. If Neuer
or
is,
yeah, or something like that. Noah will be there at the club, but he will be guiding Urbig to take over those steps now, because I think it's extremely important for us to take those calls now. So there have been couple of debuts, the debuts from our academy. Diver has been one name which has been coming up. So mm, if you have seen that game, what do you make of those minutes which he played? I think he played good chunk of 30 minutes in that game.
yeah,
So
so Diver was confident and like quite I mean quite good technically. He had that occasional decent pass and seemed like comfortable when being pressed, which I believe is a big factor
plus,
in our midfield at this point of time.
correct.
And like I think one of the biggest benefits of Leonard Carl breaking out is probably it will give the board also more confidence in the campus, and not only it's going to give the board more confidence, I think the campus players also are seeing someone of a similar age group breaking out like anything, playing fearlessly, so that might become a self ego boost for the players themselves also, and they might also feel like, yeah, I have got my chance, let me see if I can prove myself today and do something good to decent to spectacular, whatever. So, I mean, Leonard Carl, I mean, absolutely
So uh,
is,
the best part is he is also wearing that number 42 for us,
yeah.
which Jamal Musiala was wearing. So it has been a bit of coincidental that he has been wearing the same jersey and he has been scoring some bangers. Uh, um, you know, One thing which I really want to stress upon is I think we should be giving more chances to Wisdom Mike as well.
Yes, absolutely.
So on the left wing, so I mean, yeah, we have Jackson on loan, but that loan has not, which we expected, has not turned out as we, board has hoped so.
Yeah.
So I think it is about time that we start giving chances to Wisdom Mike as well on the left wing, because Luis Diaz, for all his work ethics, he gets a lot of yellow cards as well.
Yes, 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 yes.
So he has been doing a good accumulation of yellow cards as well. So we need someone in our back, in case. So it's a guy who primarily plays left wing as well. So not like good 30 minutes, like he should be getting good 5-10 minutes every game and see how he fares. And then I think his future can be decided on those moments as well.
Yes, yes,
So
absolutely.
so I
Wisdom Mike definitely needs more minutes. Like, I think he's whenever he's coming on, it's pretty late. So I think, I mean, in comfortable games, earlier substitution can really help. And
yeah. Yeah, yeah. So now let's finally touch upon the two players which would be making a proper comebacks in the next half before we move to our next recording for next time. Jamal Musiala and Alfonso Davis. So Davis has already made a comeback. I know he has played few minutes, but after the ACL, we know we have to be very careful with the players. So we have seen that in case of Lucas Hernandez, where he was played, full go and he got injured again.
all
So
right.
that is where I really give credit to Vincent Company. And secondly, situation has also been that decent enough that he doesn't have to push the players. And third, and to his credit, he has not pushed the players just to throw them away in the pool and then say start swimming again. So that has not happened, and Davis has got some of the minutes, so which is very good to see. And now it is about time that Jamal Musiala would be coming back. So what I have been reading that he would be back. He has been back in team training, but club is planning to start giving him proper minutes by January mid, and then by January end he will start his workload will increase. I think that's a right path, right? So what do you
Yeah.
think about it?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Like, then, I mean, we are not in a position where Jamal Musiala needs to be pushed immediately into the first team. I think what it is a trio of Olise Carl and Diaz have settled in very well, and like they're doing decently. And we can keep subbing in Jamal regularly till he's finding full fitness and rhythm back, and then obviously like. I mean, once that's there, he'll obviously be starting regularly. And I think thanks to Carl, like both, it offers Vincent Company a option to rest both Olise and Jamal as and when needed.
Yes.
So, so that's a big relief for him also. And uh, yeah, we'll see. I mean, like,
Yeah, that I think team training has started from since yesterday, and I think Davis has been ill. He didn't join the team training. Kimmich has also still having that ankle issue which he had,
right.
so he has not joined the team training as well. So apart from that, I think everyone else has
I
joined.
think Manuel Neuer was also missing
Okay,
some muscle issue again, and
yeah,
so
yep, those
that
muscle
is like,
issues are becoming very consistent in his, uh,
correct.
so late in his career, we understand, we respect him, but I think some calls have to be made. Some calls have to be made now.
Yeah. I mean, like just like they did with Thomas, which was not an unfair call at the end of the day. I think
Yep, yep,
it's
yep.
time they also take a call on Manuel also. I mean, not
Yeah, I
disrespect,
think
but
they took a call on Thomas, so that's why I think we were able to give Carl so many minutes in the absence of.
exactly.
So, so we all have been Thomas Muller fans. So there is no doubt about it how much we love him. But even he understood that club needs to move on, and he didn't say anything, or he accepted and moved on. We were very emotional in his last game. So even though we were not in the stadium, but we were feeling it away from it.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
what an icon. So in our going forward, we'll touch upon Thomas Muller. We'll probably have an full episode of him as well. So he's the icon. He's a modern day icon of FC Bayern Munich.
Absolutely.
So we'll touch upon that as well. And thank you, Supro, for joining.
Yeah,
So
my pleasure.
guys, please give your comments. What you want us to do better, or the topics which you want us to touch upon. And we'll be having a lot more people, I mean, as well. So we're gonna make this like an open platform for everyone, and so that we can have regular discussions, and let's see how this initiative pans out. But yeah, we're gonna need a lot of support from you guys, that is for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Partiush, for
Yeah,
inviting, and it was a lovely discussion and a good start, hopefully. So,
yeah,
yeah.
finally.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.